Hi there, it's Kathy Howes with Be Creative with Kathy, and today I have another cute card for you. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and I love to do card tutorials, and that's what I do every Monday here on Facebook Live, and then I transfer my video over to YouTube. So if you want to see new videos for me, tutorials for me, be sure and come back on Mondays. Usually I'm done about 2:30 at the latest, so after 2:30 they'll be on YouTube, and before that 1:30 I usually start here live on Facebook. So before I start my card though, and it's warn you because Stampin' Up's two catalogs right now, there's the mini catalog and the annual catalog, both come to an end at April. They go through April. And so what I really want to warn you is there should be a retirement and a carryover list coming out soon. So if you're not sure, if there's something in there you can't decide if you want it or not, you're trying to wait, if it carries over you'll buy it then. I don't know how it works, how you think, I guess is what I should say. But just be aware and watch out for the carryover list for the mini catalog and for the annual catalog. On that note too, if you're into the in colors that are going away, and that would be like the polished pink, the pale papaya, evening evergreen, soft succulent, and fresh freesia, those will be gone unless they do a color refresh and they come back anyway. But the inks, papers, ribbons, all of that sells out really fast. So if you're interested in that stuff, make sure you get it before it sells out, because it will sell out fast. Okay, and one more thing about the catalog is in March is when I have to tell Stampin' Up! Which customers I want to send a catalog to. So if you don't have a demonstrator, or if you haven't ordered with me in the last 6 months and you want a catalog, be sure and let me know so I get you a catalog ordered, and you'll get it in the mail probably the middle of April before it goes live the very beginning of May. Okay, if you have any questions about all of that, be sure and reach out, let me know. I probably didn't explain it very well, but you got to let me know before the end of March if you want to be on my catalog list. Now, if you've ordered from me in the last 6 months, you'll automatically get a catalog. Just watch your mail. Here it comes to your door. Bada bing, bada boom. Nice. Now, one more thing. I am a total catalog gal. I love to look through a catalog. I think it comes from when I was little and you'd wait for that Sears Roebuck catalog to come to the mail and you could pick out all your toys for Christmas. I don't know if that's what got me into loving to look through a catalog, but I love looking through a catalog rather than searching on stuff online. However, Stampin' Up! Has this new exclusive online products. They just released a whole batch of them March 1st. So even on a flyer like this, it shows a few of them, the products that is, but it's not all of them. So I suggest you step away from the catalog, you go to stampinup.com, and you look through the exclusive online products. Now, I'll have a link to my online store below, and you can click Shop Now, search under Exclusive Online, and then you can find the list of products and everything there. I think the most exciting part about the online exclusive this time is they brought back some circle punches. I don't know about you, but circle punches, you got to have them. They make life a lot easier when you're trying to make a quick card. Anyway, so maybe if you're a catalog girl, you go check out the online exclusives. All right, enough talk. Let's get to the card tutorial. So, let me think what day. I guess it was last Thursday. I did some mystery stamping with my team, and I thought this would be a good opportunity to go ahead and show you guys too how I made this card. Now, this is called the Impossible card. It's not new. It's been around for a long time, and I saw Karen and Tim. They're demonstrators. They're on the porch. I can't come up with their last name right now, but anyway, they did a card. It brought it back to my memory, and I thought that'd be perfect for mystery stamping for my team, and that's what we did, because we do mystery stamping at my monthly team meeting. And that way we try to keep up with new products and show new ideas and share stuff like that. But anyway, so this is what all our cardstock looks like for our mystery stamping. And don't worry, I'll have all this on my blog, Be Creative with Kathy, so you don't have to worry about writing anything down. And I'll go, as I say, as we go, I'll tell you the sizes of the cardstock. So this is Blackberry Bliss. And the reason I picked Blackberry Bliss is because, look, it's part of my designer series paper colors. It's 5.5 by 4 1/4, so it's just a quarter sheet of cardstock. Now we're going to cut this down. Well, no, we're not going to cut it down. We're going to score it and trim it. or slice, I guess is a better word. So I'm bringing my paper trimmer here, and I have a little cheat sheet. Now my cheat sheet, don't worry, it's going to be a picture of it. It will be on my blog too, so you can look at that. I'm going to start first by scoring it in half. We said this is 4 1/4, so I'm going to score my cardstock here at 2 1/8, which is just down the center. What the heck that come from? Down the center of my cardstock here. So I'm going to get rid of my cutting blade, only use my trimming blade, which is the light gray on this trimmer, and then score that right there like that. Okay, so now I don't know if you can see it, huh? There's a score mark right down the center of my card there. Okay, so now we got to do a little slice here. So I'm going to turn it this way. My score line is now going this way. I'm going to set my paper at 2 3/4. I'm going to get in my cutting blade, the darker one, and I'm going to just slice down to that line. Now I'm going to stand up so I can see better on my trimmer. On my trimmer, I just put a blank piece of paper right here so I could see these measurements at the side, and I'm going to stand up so I can see. And then you can see this notch right here. I can just make sure that's lined up with my score line too. So I'm going to look here, go down to 2 1/8, and just line everything up and just cut a little mark right there. Now really that's the center. This is 5 1/2, so that's the center at 2 3/4, down to 2 1/8, which is where our score line is. Okay, now I'm going to turn it over this way. So now the other side that's not cut is at the top. I'm going to take it here and I'm going to lay it at 1 inch. And I'm going to cut again from the top 1 inch down to that 2 1/8 score line. Make sure it's here. Line up my little mark with my score line, just like that. And then I want to do the same thing to this side, so I'm going to flip it over this way. Now I have this cut down the center here, and I'm going to have 2 cuts here, 1 inch from each side down to that score line. And this is the most complicated part. Oh, I'm going to yell at you because I'm standing up again. But now my card looks like, well, I can't pick it up. It looks like this. See? Those. This is a score line here. So now to fold our card, I'm not going to fold it on this score line. I'm going to take this corner here, right? And I'm going to just pull it down and fold it like that. Get my bone folder here. Make a nice crisp fold right there, and then I'm going to take that center piece and fold it back like this. And right there is our impossible card. So when you take it out of the envelope, this is where we'll have our greeting and such like that. Isn't that cute? So let's go ahead and decorate it now. And when I'm done decorating it, it'll be a little bit more, make more sense. So I'm going to bring in another cheat sheet. This one looks like this, and those 2 pieces of designer series paper, both of these are cut at 4 by 2 1/2. And if you look, I had my paper at 4 inches by 5, and then I just cut it in half, so they still line up, which I kind of like that. Okay, so now we're going to cut away this corner here. Did I mention on this piece that my dashes are score lines and my solid lines are cut lines? I guess you just assume you know that now. But I'm going to take this and I'm going to lay them on top of one another. Bring in my my trimmer again. And remember, I want to cut out this corner right here. So I'm going to cut this corner right here away. So the first thing I want to do is I want to lay my cardstock here at 3/4 of an inch. Right here. Make sure, wait, is it lined up straight? It is. 3/4 of an inch, and then I'm going to cut down to 2. Let me get in there. I'm going to cut down to 2 1/8. Right here with that cutting blade. I'm going to stand up again, so I'm probably going to be loud now, and cut down here till it's 2 1/8. And then I want to cut this away, so I'm going to turn my paper over and line this up at 2 1/8. Make sure 2 1/8 right there, and then I'm going to cut down to this line so I can cut that corner out. And then look, we have 2 pieces that look like this. Now this you can throw away or use on another project or eject. There we go. We don't need that anymore. So there's that cheat sheet. Now, these two pieces, look, fit perfect right here. So I'm going to just go ahead with a little bit of tape runner and adhere those to my cardstock. And I'm going right over that score line, which is going to reinforce it so it doesn't bend on that score line. I don't want that score line to fold there, or my cardstock. So there we go there. A little bit on this side. Now we have our card all decorated just like that. And look, looks pretty good, right? I think it looks really good. Okay, so let's bring in some more pieces of cardstock. Now this is the same, that Blackberry Bliss. It's 1 inch by 5 1/2, same length here. And now this piece is just gonna go here to reinforce my card here. But first, I wanna show you, I have a piece of Designer Series paper. Now this is just the back of the other one. It's 5 1/4 by 3/4 inch, which you can see it layers right there. And I'm going to use that back side just to give our card a little bit more color, a little bit more, I don't know, personality, change it up a little bit. Take this, and I guess I should tell you, this Designer Series paper that I'm using is part of the host rewards of the annual catalog, I think. Yikes. There'll be a list of products below my YouTube channel, and there'll be a list of projects on my blog, becreativewithkathy.com. So if you need the list, go there. And like I said, the measurements will be there too. Okay, so now I want to adhere this to this, but I want to make sure that I only get adhesive, you know, where that's going to stick. I don't want any adhesive right here. So I'm going to just kind of lay it here, put a little bit of adhesive on this side, a little bit here. I'm going to add a little bit at the edges just to make sure, well, maybe I am, that it stays down. Okay, and make sure I get it the right way. And I'm going to line this up about there. I think that looks good. Making sure is it straight. Looks pretty straight. And now there we go. Now it's going to hold those pieces. And I got a little bit of tape back here. Hang on. Get rid of that. Got a little bit long with my tape. Nothing like a nice eraser to take care of adhesive. Okay, no more sticky on the back. I done fixed that one. Now you could put another piece here. I don't think it needs it anymore. Now your card is pretty sturdy. It's not going to flop around. It's not going to bend on those score lines that you didn't want. You also, instead of putting a piece of Designer Series paper here, you could take something like this. You could lay that there. Now don't look, it's not exactly cut right, but you could put your greeting here like that too. Just so you know, that could be the different, could be white instead of Designer Series paper. Okay, last measurement we have is there's two here, 3 1/4 by 1 7/8, and these are just basic white. This is where I'm going to stamp my greeting, but the first one I'm going to put, this is where I'll write my greeting to whoever I send my card to, and I'm going to take this and just place it on the back here. It fits nice right there, and like I said, that too, although you could stamp on that too, but that's where I'm going to write happy birthday, thinking of you, whatever we want. So let's go ahead and stamp and decorate this one. Now usually for mystery stamping with my team, I try to get some product out that I haven't used in a while, and Shaded Summer and the Summer Shades dies are a stamp set and a die set that I haven't used in a long time. So in advance, so we wouldn't have to sit and wait for me, I cut out from that die set a little leaf. Let's see if I can get this out. I can't even get it off the magnet. There we go. And whoop, one piece out. Let's see. I think this is the easiest way to get that die. There it is, or that paper out of my die. There I have, this is Daffodil Delight. These are just 3 colors again that are in my Designer Series paper. Let's see. There we go. Got my paper out there. And then I need a little tag here, so I used my contour, scallop contour. Let's see what these are called. Yep, scallop contour dies. Love those. And cut out a little tag here that I can decorate my card with. And of course, because I have that Blackberry Bliss, and I usually like to stamp in the darkest color, I'm going to use that to stamp with. Let me put my flower together real quick with just a little bit of liquid glue. Well, there we go. And I'm going to use him for placement. So he's going to go about there. And then I'm going to stamp right here. And in that stamp set, which has just a tons of words, which is really nice, I'm going to just use that Hello You. Like I said, I'm going to use that Blackberry ink. It's a red rubber stamp, so it's very user-friendly, I believe. I'm going to ink it up good by tapping all in a circle around my ink pad. In case I've stamped in the center a lot and there's not a lot of ink there, usually around the edges is where all my ink is. But anyway, I'm going to just take that little Hello You and stamp it right here at the edge. I'm letting that ink sink into the paper. And look how cute. Nice job, Kathy. Okay, then let's stamp on a little tag here. I'm going to do Happy Birthday, another greeting just from the stamp set here. Again, I'm going to tap around, try to get my stamp so it's not upside down. And just stamp right here on my little tag. And there we go. Nice. Very nice stamping, Kathy. So just for a second, I'm going to let those dry. I'm going to put my flower together with my leaf. I should say how do you put my flower together. But I'm going to just put a little bit of liquid glue. Let's see how we want. Yeah, I think I want my leaf to look about like that. So I'm going to just take a little bit of liquid glue. It doesn't take much and probably hold most of it together with a dimensional anyway. That, I think that looks pretty good. And then, like I said, I'm going to put a dimensional here on the back. And that'll even hold that flower, or that leaf, I keep calling it a flower, in place. Like that. Okay, I'm going to put this flat on my card, so I'm going to wait and put my flower on after I've taped it down. It's just easier to run tape on paper when it's flat. So bring in my card here, lay that not upside down. Let's try again. I'm going to lay it this way so it's not upside down. Trying to get it straight in there. Looky there. Pops up just like we want it. Take those dimensional backs off. Place that right over here. And then there's just a few more dimensionals. And what did I do? That one was empty. Here we go. Here's another pack of dimensionals. Got some more on there. I'm going to just take 3 along the back here. Lay that right across here. I think that looks really good just like that. And then last, and of course not least, we need to put a little bit of decoration on there. I have my favorite brushed brass butterflies. Tried to say that 100 times. I'll try to say it once. And look, all I have left is big one. Oh, here I have another pack here, of course. I hope these carry over. These are some of my favorite embellishments. The main thing that I like about them is that they're flat. They don't add any bulk to your card, and they're pretty lightweight. So I like both of those things about them. But let me open up another package here. And get some of those little ones to put here at the top. Maybe a little one there. And let's use another one of these big ones and put it right here. And then there you go. So it still fits in an envelope. It's going to baffle your friends as to how you got a single piece of cardstock to have those holes or measurements like that. And look how cute that is. You put it in the card or in the envelope when they open the envelope, and it pops up and sits on their desk nice like that. Alrighty, that's what I have for you today. I hope you've, well, let me know. I'd love to know if you've already done the Impossible card, if it's new to you, if you plan on trying it. I would love any input. and any feedback that you would give me. Of course, like everybody else, I would love for you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click on that bell so you know when I'm going to be on again. Here on Facebook, if you would like or follow, and of course share everything. That helps me out a lot. And also remember that that catalog is, I need a list of people who want a catalog, so you let me know. Alrighty, like I said, that's what I have for you today. Have a great day. I'll see you back here next Monday. Bye-bye.